probably they miss a little bit of variety there when it comes to the spin attack for this mega event?
You do. I think even though they have got really quality spinners, and you could make a point saying Rajeshwari and Radha, they are two different types of left-arm orthodox spinners. If you want to make a point about Snehrana and Deepthi, Snehrana gives a bit more flight to the delivery than Deepthi. So that's something that they differ in some of the other ways. But again, I think having a leg spinner, a specialist leg spinner, as you rightly mentioned, specialist leg spinner in the team in T20 cricket is a big huge advantage for a captain. It's also one of those things that leg spin, because it's sort of still a rare thing in the women's game. A lot of batters struggle against it. The reason why we did see Poonam Yadav have success in the past was sort of because that she adds that variety. When you have ballers like there is nothing that batters can plan. If there is an off spinner, you can think that okay, we'll tackle them out. Then there is a left arm spinner, we can tackle them on. Then you have a leg spinner in, so that creates that doubt in the batter's mind. So that's something that you need in T20 cricket, and I feel, and that's something a lot of teams have now. With time, they've got leg spinners who can come in and bowl those overs. And always, a leg spinner is always a wicket-taking option. And in T20 cricket, we all try to think, all captains want our wickets, because that's the way they can contain the other teams and the score that they make. So that's why. And then with Poonam Yadav, it's a bit of a curious case with Poonam Yadav, because she has been constantly picked in the squad. It's not like they've dropped her out or told her to go back to domestic cricket and figure out if she's not performing, why she's not performing well, or up to the mark, or up to her standards. But it's the question that they keep picking her and they don't play her in 11. And that begs the question that if you want to have a leg spinner, say in the standby, how about you try, if you are looking past Poonam Yadav, how about you try a young leg spinner? I mean, I think Mohit can elaborate on this, that there are leg spinners out there in the Indian cricket system who are young and who are good, who might get a call in. And one thing that what we hear about Poonam Yadav from time to time is the fact that her pace becomes a bit of a problem now. People have started figuring out how to tackle her at the pace. That was her strength back then. Now it's not. So given all those situations, you can't tell Poonam Yadav to go and change her pace and get maybe 10 kilometers faster, but that's not how it works. That's something that I think Indian management should have thought about. But I think the team is good. The spin attack is good, and they have been a strength for the Indian team in the past as well. If you look at, you spoke about the 2020 World Cup. I'll take you back to 2018 T20 World Cup as well, where the spinners did well. And that was one of the key factors why India did well in those tournaments. So that's something that we have to see, we have to look out for. And make no mistake, the pitch in Edgbaston, there are going to be 16 games. It's late July, early August. So that's when the pitch in England starts cranking up a little bit. So the spinners might have a little bit more from the surface than they would have had initially. So that's looking all these factors. I think India has got a good spin contingent, make no mistake. But however, they could have had a leg spinner in the mix. Harleen again is a good option, but it's about game time. Putting somebody, having enough number of games under their belt. Does Harleen have that kind of enough number of games under her belt, bowling leg spin in tough situations against batters like Alisa Healy, say for that matter, somebody? That's something that the management could have looked into. But again, as I said, the spin attack is good.